Good morning, happy Sunday. It's like Snowpocalypse Sunday, and I'm gonna be making sauce and meatballs today. We get the kids home. They're sleeping. Actually, my one son is awake. I just called him because he's the meatball guy. He loves to do the meatballs. And I'm gonna get the sauce started. So I figured, everybody thinks that like I don't know how to cook. I'm this like crazy Greek and blah, blah, blah. My mom is Sicilian. I know how to make sauce. My husband owned an Italian restaurant for like 9,000 years. So I'm quite the sauce maker. I also am quite tired and lazy. So I'm not gonna be like doing everything. Like I'm using this to chop up my onions. I'm using this garlic. And I gotta show you guys the greatest thing I ever got. We went through this whole can opener situation where the hand can opener, I'm not about it. I don't have that kind of life. And then we had the one where it's like on the counter and you push it. And we couldn't get, you know how you gotta like hook the sauce underneath it? We couldn't get it to work. So I was like, you know what? I'm done thinking about opening cans. I don't think about it. Move it out of the way. It'll let me know when it's done. I'm gonna continue with my little onions and my little happy chopper upper thing. It's loud, I know. It's working. It's like I have a little partner in the kitchen. Now if you do this long enough, eventually the lawn gets mowed. I get it. Onions is on full on. And then it just pops it. Now, not only did it open the can, it did it so there's like no sharp edge. Bam. So then I just sit here very happily, and you know, we gotta wipe off the top, which I did already. I gotta do it again. And there's that. But now this is the hard part, because I know when most people do their little cooking videos, they're like, so we're gonna chop, so just pretend I'm chopping the onions. Look, I'm doing it, I'm not even looking, I'm that talented. Chopping up onions. Now the garlic. Very easy. My kitchen does everything itself, so there's nothing for me to do except wait for everything to get open. All right, so all the cans are open. I wash my hands because I do use the peeled plum tomatoes. You gotta like break them up because they look like, you know what these look like? These actually look like, and sorry babe, but these look like testicles, like when you castrate a cow, right? Anyway, so I gotta break all these up because you can't put them in like this. So I'm gonna just squeeze the shit out of these. All right, so all the tomatoes they're all juiced. All right, now we're gonna do the onions, the garlic, then I'm gonna add everything. I'm gonna add a little bit of organic red wine. I'm probably not gonna be able to keep doing this because my kid is coming down. He does not do video, I don't blame him. But hold on. This is my favorite thing to use because I could smack the kids when they get annoying. So we got some olive oil. I usually use Oreo, the Greek olive oil, but my husband bought some Italian thing at like Uncle Giuseppe's or something when he was prepping for the storm. We just tap, tap, tap. We gotta keep this clean because I gotta get all the onions done for my meatballs too. So I'm gonna add. My hands get so dirty, and I'm gonna make it nice low. I don't wanna like burn the onions because there's nothing worse than burnt onions in a sauce. It's fucking disgusting. Okay. Again, I'm cheating today. I'm not using like whole garlic. Not whole garlic, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, like a clove. Bam. And stir it up. That quick, you smell it. It's the smell. Everybody just start waking up now. And it's like late. It's like 9:11. I should have been doing this at like 7 o'clock. Now, we're gonna add a little bit of red wine. This is gonna go back on the wine shelf because we'll be drinking it later. And this is really it. You're just gonna do all your stuff. When these get cooked to where I'm happy, I'm gonna add my cow testicles. And then normally I use crushed tomatoes. They didn't have crushed tomatoes at the ShopRite Can Kind sale. I guess all the ladies got there before me and they got them. So I had to go with a tomato puree, which is no big deal. I could use ketchup and still make a good sauce. It's in my blood. And not bad, right? It's working out. We're getting there. We're making progress. You have to smell this. If you could smell this right now, it's like unbelievable. All right, so now the onions are good. We're gonna add canned tomato puree. Again, I usually use crushed tomatoes. Another can. Tomato puree, pure, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then I'm going to add all of my plum tomatoes that I squeezed and broke up with all the juice and everything. It's a little thick. I think the puree is a little thicker than crushed tomatoes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water. Hold on. Yeah, look how thick this is. So easy peasy. Add a little water. And this is, my mom always puts water, but so now the reason I did it like this because I'm gonna swirl and swirl. We're gonna swirl and get like the side stuff off the can. And it's still not gonna be thick enough, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with this. I'm gonna stir. I'm gonna add oregano, a bay leaf, parsley, salt and pepper. I put sugar, I don't wanna hear it. Not a lot, just a little. And that's it, and then we move on to the meatballs.